Hey everybody, welcome to the Twisted Cat Outdoors podcast, where we give you information on tournaments, events, everything in the catfishing world, bringing you value, tips and tricks, things that you can do out there on the water. Let's get this show started.
I look at this for the Twisted Cat Outdoors 3-fish record.
Hey everybody, welcome. It's actually Sunday night. We got to jump because tomorrow I'm going to be traveling on the road to Knoxville, Tennessee. So wanted to kind of get the podcast. I know we didn't get to do it last week, so we're going to do it tonight. Kind of have a special guest and talking about a few different things from jerseys and what's coming in 2025. Just kind of catch up. It's been cold. It's going to get even colder this week in Illinois, as you've seen in my reel from earlier. So a couple quick things. Lake Ray Hubbard, February 1st. You can still register for that. We'll talk a little bit about that tonight. I was down there. The logistics look awesome. The host hotel and all that stuff is up on the website. So I'll kind of run through that later to kind of show you how that's going to work. And again, if you have any questions during the podcast, ask. Let's have some fun. But without further ado, let's bring my buddy Chris with Katfish in and talk about clothing and jerseys.
What's up, Alex? What's going on, everybody?
What's going on, man?
It's going. Are you guys freezing to death out there?
Yeah, which I think you're pretty cold out there too, but I think we were like a negative 12 or something, feel like temp. So
yeah, that's it's not been too bad. We've been we were supposed to have snow today, but warmed up, so we're in the 40s. It's not summertime, but we're living with it.
Well, 40s are not too bad, but
they are.
Yeah.
Here. What's up, Uncle Lou?
So, yeah, Uncle Lou's, and we got some YouTube people in the house. So we do this podcast on YouTube and Facebook, usually every Monday night at 7. Now we're kicking it back Sunday night because tomorrow I got to go to Knoxville for the East Tennessee Fishing Show. And then we'll be in Texas in 2 weeks. So, like I said, got a lot going on. And like I said, pretty excited. But, one of the things that you've been doing, how long have you, I guess, tell somebody the history of Chris and Katfish Clothing and kind of how you got about it, where you're from, kind of give us a little bit of background.
Well, we don't want to give you too much history, but we're in the Richmond, Virginia area. Been tournament, as you know, Alex, we've been tournament angling since 20-some years, since early 2000. Just loved it. Just fell in love with the catfishing. Got hooked on all the big fish that we have on the James River. We're kind of in a unique spot. We're in part of Virginia where we have the James, we've got the Potomac, we got the York, the Rappahannock, the Mattaponi, lots of big tidal waters that produce very large and great quantities of catfish. So we were blessed a little bit. Bait super easy. We're really in a great spot. So been doing it for very, very long, and then had an opportunity to take over as the owner of Katfish Clothing about 6 years ago. I guess it's been, which has been a fun ride. We've got to see the other side of it. It was kind of neat being an angler and a spectator and angler and seeing that and being part of that side. And now the side I'm on now, where I'm interacting with all the other owners like yourself. It's pretty cool. It's a great fraternity, but yeah. So Katfish Clothing, actually, we just last week, I think it was, we just celebrated our 10th year in business. So lots of iterations, lots of I don't know. When I started fishing, I didn't think I'd become a seamstress, but that's what everybody calls me. So I guess I deserve it. I've been doing it for a long time, so But the sport's great. It's a lot of fun. It's rapidly growing. I would like to see it grow, exponentially, but I think maybe we'll get there. Fingers crossed. We'll see. But,
it's like I said. I know we've been friends a long time. I know we always talk about that, and it's kind of crazy because this will be 11th year for Twisted Cat, and I've been in the catfishing side pretty hardcore for probably 14, 15 years, but in my side in the Midwest, out of Illinois, I've seen a lot of growth, especially in the last 10 years. And I think it's continuing. It's even growing faster and faster over the last couple of years. And, you're starting to see some other, crappie guys come into the sport. So I think, people are starting to recognize catfishing again. I always say there's nothing against bass fishing or crappie, but, when you go to a weigh-in, they all look the same for the most part. But catfish is just a whole different animal. So it's fun. And like I said, our goal now is really, we got a great angler database, and now we're trying to grow that spectator, that fan database where, a lot of these anglers are starting to sign autographs, which I never would have thought would happen. So, that's becoming pretty cool.
Well, that's unique to you guys and what you're doing up there at Twisted Cat. I really would hope to encourage more tournament directors to follow your footsteps. And we talk about this all the time, where you put a valiant effort into getting the spectators to putting on an event where spectators actually get some value out of it. And in order for our industry to grow past where we are now, that's what's got to happen. We've got to get the spectators. We've got to get the names associated, where they're recognizable. Where it's dinner table talk. What people are doing. That's the next phase, and if we can accomplish that, then then it'll be easier to move on. And you've done a great job with that. That's always been, the spectators have always been your kind of your bread and butter.
Yeah, no, like I said, it's I helped George Young and Chris Ramsey at the MC Mississippi River Monster Mega Bucks down in Vicksburg last summer, and that was incredible. And some of the tournaments we do, like in some of these small towns that have events, with the tournament, spectator crowd is big, and it's fun. When you're not talking to just the angler, you got a spectator crowd watching. But yeah, hopefully, maybe 2026, you'll see Twisted Cat out in your neck of the woods. I know I might get to see you this spring on a tourism trip out there. But
yeah. Well, we'll go fishing. I'll bring my boat, and I'll let you show me how to do it.
Yeah. I'm saying you know how to fish.
Yeah, we'll play around. Actually, you're going to be down around the Williamsburg, Jamestown area, which is that's the brackish water on the James River. Lots of big catfish still in that area. Lots of stripers, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, big water, wide 3-4 miles across. Fun place to fish.
So what else? What do you got coming up? I guess you can kind of talk about everybody that's looking behind Chris. He's got a pretty sweet jersey. That's awesome.
Well,
let me kind of talk about what I've done. So, last year was the first year in I think 8 years straight that we did not offer a Twisted Cat jersey. And to me, it was just time. You know what I mean? So when I did it, I had to get it designed. And then once it was designed, I had to take special orders for each one, from size, their last name. They couldn't change the jersey because we just put our sponsor jerseys or our sponsors on the Twisted Cat jersey. But, I had friends and family and just people that were Twisted Cat fans buy them, and they bought a lot of them. But it took a lot of time because I would have to make sure I got the name right, the size right, go back and forth with 6'6" apparel. And it just became a lot of work. So, you've been kind of telling me you got something that you've been working on. And for the first time, I really didn't get to see it until just a couple weeks ago when you showed me. And until you showed me, I was like, I don't really understand it. And then you show me, it's like, wow, this is legit. I mean, super legit. So if you want to kind of share your screen and kind of show people that let me tell you what we did first. I guess I'll tell you the little history on it.
So we started in the jersey world a couple years ago, probably 3 years ago. And, it started growing a little bit. And what we found is we had so much time, just like you said, we take an order, and our profit on a job like this is maybe $30. And we take an order, we find that we'd spend all of our profit doing the mock-ups, doing the designing, doing modifications adding names, taking off names, changing colors, whatever. Because that's when you're in custom work, it's everything. Your customer's vision and what you see is not the same. So we run into a lot of problems where this color, it's not the right color green, it's not the right color purple. They want a logo a little bit bigger, move it around. So we looked around to try to find something, and we couldn't. So we were at like a crossroads. We either just quit the jersey stuff altogether, or we develop our own product and write and create our own software to make, I guess, basically put the designing on customers and let them do it from home. Because as you were just saying before, the process with other manufacturers that are in this world, it might be a 2-week process when you send mock-ups, designs, logos, you're back and forth. It's a 2-week process. That's just to get to a starting point. So we decided to build the software to allow the customers to do it at home and have total control if they want to, or can design on a mock-up like what we did with yours. And it sped up the process dramatically. But not just that. It gives you a real, realistic view of the product in full 3D. It's fully functional in 3D.
Yeah, it's super realistic.
Yeah, and the neat thing is, and I got it behind me, is once you design something, you can share it with your friends. You could share the link with your friends, and then they can open it up on their phone or their computer or whatever they want, and they can see what you did. And but this was a complete from scratch project. We wrote the software, we designed the 3D models, we designed the process of the layering, how everything gets loaded and made and looks realistic. So I'm gonna take the screen. What we did for Twisted Cat is we built up mock-ups for the Twisted Cat brand and the Rip and Lips brand. They're in one link, and
that's what that's what the show. So like this is the cell phone ad, or the ad that he sent me. So I sent this. And it's not just for, it's for brands. So with Rip and Lips, we struggle with it too. So now I've got a Rip and Lips jersey for 2025 that I've had all these customers say, hey, we'd love to support Rip and Lips. Do you have a jersey? And I'm like, no. So now I can send them this link. They can go put their other sponsors if they want to and have an awesome Rip and Lips jersey or Twisted Cat jersey. So yeah, man, it's awesome.
Yeah. To answer your question, Mike, our pricing is a little bit below the average across the industry. Mike Mitchell asked that. And the reason that we can do that is because we did all the software work, and then you guys can design from home, and we want to be as competitive as possible. A shirt like this, I think it's completely customized and designed. I think they're around $70. So, and then
and usually with 6'6" Apparel, for example, this kind of a jersey company also, you'd have to pay a setup fee, you'd have to pay a design fee, and all this. And and I sent people to them, and it was about $125 for a jersey.
Yeah, that's it's usually 100 and something, but so that's where we can change it. Like people ask about the price, and we can do that because now we don't have the labor in it. But we originally built this to design all of our. If anyone's familiar with our Katfish Clothing stuff, we've been doing sublimation for quite a while, and we built this to do our work, and then and our jersey work, and then we decided that it's going to be more useful to make it available for companies that have of their own brand and they want to develop their own product behind it. So that's what we did. So I'm going to take the screen over and I'll show you how. So when Alex sends the link off, this is how it would work. You'd enter in an email and a password, and then you'd enter. Let me present here. Let me present. Let me know if you can see. Okay.
Yep.
So you would automatically open to this page. Does you see that?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
I'm gonna go ahead and make it full screen. There you go.
okay. So now what's your customers or your team members can do, and this works for any company that's interested in having this available for them. We will definitely be able to do it, and it's totally free for the business. So anyway, if you want to start designing, what are we talking about? Twisted Cat. Let's come over here.
Yep.
So you just click on the one you want, and it'll open in full 3D. So this is the Twisted Cat design. You can't change this design, but you can add on top of it. You can zoom in, and that's one of the things I want to show you. We're really particular with quality, and so how our quality overlays on our modeling. I know you probably, nobody can really appreciate it, but it's pretty hard to get that right. And we had to write a lot of software to make that function. But you can get the complete, a full perspective of what you're getting. You can zoom all the way in. But here's how this works. So let's say that this is the one that you would like. This is a 1/4 zip Pro Series. And let's say you wanted to add your name. You could add names to it. You can, any surface of this you can design and decorate. So one of the unique things, we've already gone through and got the permission to use whatever logos. So if you just right click on whatever one of these surfaces you want to use, I want to start on the back. Then you just come up here to designs and hit add design and add image. And this is where you can upload your own images right here. You can select from some of the Katfish logos right here. You can, there's some other brands that through the industry we have access to. Again, we've had permission from all these folks, so you don't have to ask if it's a company that you support or sponsor with, you don't have to ask permission. We already took care of all that. And then if you say you want to add this Tackle Bandit, you just drop it here. And then on the left-hand side is where you change the size and manipulate it where you want it. So, we can add that one right there. We have a mobile version coming. It's not ready yet, but it will be ready soon, and you can do it on your cell phone. So right now you have to do it on your computer. So as you can see, we just slowly add in, whatever you want. If you want to put your name on the back, you just hit text instead of image, and then you go ahead and I spelled it wrong. And you can adjust your placement and your sizing. If you want to fine tune it, you can just use your little arrow keys to fine tune it. So you can, let's see here. You can change the font.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Whatever you want to change it to. You can also change the color of your font, the inside and outside, and a variety of other features. If you want to decorate on the sleeve, you just either down the bottom here, you just hit left sleeve, or you right click on the sleeve. And let's drop an image. Like you can drop C-Arc on the sleeve. You want to make it bigger, and then you want to rotate it. Went a little bit too far. I just use my arrow keys. And you can slide it up and down the sleeve however you want.
Man, that is super customizable.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, isn't it?
It's just wild.
Yeah, look at the quality. That's what I got a lot of pride in that. We spent a ton of time making that work. And again, you can edit the front. you want to put if you want to put a logo on the front. Oops. Oh, where'd I go? Went too far. There you go. And you can see how they can overlap. So you can do whatever you want. But here's the neat thing. So if you, let's say you have a brand or you have your own logo, like a lot of people do, and they're not here. So all you have to do is hit upload image, and then you'd find something from your files. And like let's just say this, for example. You'd go ahead and load it. It would load into your account, and then you can place it on the shirt. And of course, you can resize it, move it around, and do whatever you want. And then once you're ready to check out, you just save your design, like I'm gonna do right here. And then you would just rename it, name it whatever you want, and then you could place your order. But if these are designs that you don't like, you can start from scratch. Whatever you want. This is where you can, if you want to, let's say you want to build a custom catfish one, right? So these are the backgrounds where now you can design, and where it says patterns, these cover the whole surface instead of just a small area. And you can start designing and creating whatever you want. It doesn't matter. And again, like you could just whatever, dump logos however you want to be creative. It's totally up to you. And then these are more models that we have, but in here it would be just the ripping lips and the twisted cat. So right now we have a hoodie. We got a Pro Series long sleeve. We got a crew neck long sleeve and a crew neck short sleeve. And so here, this is the Rip and Lips version. And it works the same way. Whichever side it says right here, back, front, left, right, whatever, that's where you're designing on. That's the surface. And let's just maybe want to put let me see here. Come on, baby. You want to put a Battle Cats logo on there, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Design,
create. That's going to satisfy a lot, for the Rip and Lip side. What I deal with is, I've had so many people, especially even my pro staff anglers, that they've been wanting a jersey, but it's just, there's not a good place to go. And now, I gave them the template. Now they can go and do their thing. That's right. Huge.
Yeah. It saves your time as a business owner. So, a lot of business owners we were at the bass industry this whole the last 2 weeks, a lot of bass shows. And that's what guys are telling us all the time. They're like, the amount of time that you waste as a business owner, sending logos, approving designs back and forth, and you can be going, just all the time going back and forth. It's just a complete headache. And having something where somebody can, build right on there, and it's out of your mind. You don't have to worry about it. And then we take care of all the production and the shipping and the customer service. So anybody has a question, we can answer it. We'll get answer you right away. And then again, like the neat thing, if you want to share one of those links, you can just copy the link and send it to all your friends. Can you dump that one link in? Can you go in there and dump that link into the chat so people can play with it on their phone?
Yeah, that's a link on Messenger.
Yeah, make sure it's. I can't enter the chat. I didn't sign in. What's the turnaround? The turnaround is right now 3 to 4 weeks. We're trying to make it 2 to 3 weeks. That's our goal. And
There's two different. There's two you sent me. What, are they the same or are they different?
Well, they're different. Click on it first and open it. Make sure that you see.
One's Rip and Lips hoodie.
Yeah, click on whatever one you want to share in there. You can share.
Yes. Okay. So
yes,
the Twisted Cat one. And this is for the people that have been, like I said, last year I felt like I let everybody down. So let me copy this. So now you can take this. Here's the link getting posted right there. And I'll share my screen real quick. Share.
Thank you, Cole. A lot of companies are like 6 to 8 weeks. So we're trying to make it, as fast as possible. So, and we've built ordering systems, the whole 9 yards to speed it up. So if you guys copy that link and open it, if you take and copy that link and open it on your phone or on your computer, you can view that just like he's viewing it. And so if it was your custom design,
what's the quickest way if they're like, hey, I'm ready to get that jersey done. I want to add, Rip and Lips on there and Smooth Moves and some other companies that support them, and they want to get this and they're ready. They're going to start hitting some trails in March and want to kind of look. I mean, you show up at anything wearing something like this, you mean business, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's going to look good.
They can call me on my phone. My phone's it'll ring right back to me. It's 434-962-3486. 434-962-3486. You can call me at any time, text me, whatever, or email catfishclothingsales@gmail.com. I don't know if Jody, could you put our website in there? I mean, not website, our email. Or maybe Alex.
And then Cat Life says, do you have a link for a full custom build?
Yes. We can send you a link where you can design on a complete full custom build. That link is send me a message. It's longer because it's got the catfish thing in there. Send me a message and I'll send you the link. And it's totally, there won't be any of Alex's stuff in there. It'll be completely all of you, whatever your design is. There's a different version. It's got backgrounds, it's got logos, it's got all that stuff.
Yeah, I like I said, this is super awesome.
Yeah, if the neat thing is, if you get hung up, once you create an account, if you get hung up, you have problems, or you can't figure out how to make, maybe an image work for you, all you got to do is send us your email and your password. We'll log into your account. We'll help you make all the changes, and then we'll log out, and then you can go on from there. So don't feel like this isn't like a Chinese company where you don't know who you're talking to. You're struggling going back and forth. You're talking to us. We're here to help you. We wanted this to be successful. That's the goal.
Hey, I got to pause for a second.
Uh-oh.
Tonight could be the night.
Let
me share my screen. Tom, are you still on here? Look at this. I just realized.
3 more subscribers, y'all.
997.
I've got a bunch of our YouTubers in there. Let's jump in there and let's get them into 1,000.
$9.97. I can't believe that.
Yeah. So go to Katfish Clothing on YouTube and subscribe.
Yeah. How many do you got? You probably got 3 million.
No. We've been so focused on other things. We bounce around. I think we're only probably at maybe 2,000.
Recent subscribers, Living Life Daily with Jay.
Jody got in there.
Huh?
Yep. Jody, she jumped in there. I think you'll make it.
So yeah, I'm gonna see you here in, gosh, not too long, about a month.
Yeah,
a couple of weeks. We'll be seeing you at CatCon, man.
Yeah. Well, so what do you guys got going on for CatCon?
You know, we ordered a bunch of shirts, the jerseys, just like what's behind you. You got some sweatshirts coming, so we're gonna be selling those. Actually, this is some of the new stuff we got: sweatshirts, this and like a light gray. Just been doing merch. You know what I mean? I got my parents doing that, helping.
Yeah, I knew they were helping you.
But yeah, dude, you have no idea how much like weight that takes off me, this jersey thing. And I think it's going to be huge, especially for other companies. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's been in the works for a long time. People don't understand cost, and that. I mean, this started and I don't mind being transparent. This started as a $5,000 project. We said, okay, 5,000, but it was just 2D. It was flip it, right? Front, flip back, side to side. And we went through 5,000 in no time. We went through 15,000 in no time. And, it kept going. But the reality is if you build something that's not, that just kind of half-assed, and that's the results you're going to get.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was tough to take that burden on, but, it's been paying off. We've been getting lots of orders, trying to be, one thing that we do, and you know how I am, I'm really, particular about quality. We spent a lot of time, the last 2 years going through suppliers. Try this supplier, that one didn't work. Get rid of that one, get a different supplier, and keep trying and trying and trying till we build up a large enough supply chain that can deliver on time and quality work that that we can rely on. And we got to rely on them, and they got to rely on us. Ultimate goal is to do all this work in our own shop. That's the ultimate goal, but that'll take a little bit of time.
But it looks like I said, I've seen some of the jerseys last year you did. Seth Macklow had a jersey, and they look good. So like I said, Tom, you be getting a jersey. The thing with Tom told me, I said, Tom, what size do you want? And he said, well, how soon are we going to get him? Because he's in his winter bod right now. So,
well, you know what? Well, they come with, gift certificates to all the health food places. So Jenny Craig, we got it. We'll send the pack in there. So if you don't fit into them right now, you will by summer.
In the summer.
Yeah. Yeah. But they're pretty, size wise, that's something that we do struggle with because, Americans are all over the place. But, here's how it works. If you get it and the size is which, typically we don't have any issues with size, but if we do have a problem with size, all you got to do is call us and we'll send you a new one. I'm not going to argue over if it doesn't fit you the way you want, we'll get you another size. There's no problem. The customer's got to be happy with it. That's the main thing. I mean, that's how we've approached everything with Katfish all these years. The customer's got to be happy with it. They got to love it. So that's number one.
Yeah, customer service, whether it's tournament director or boat company, I mean, anything, the rod company, that's important. And, like I said, I've been doing business with you. I've been buying hats and stuff and shirts from you for a long time. Yeah. I got some OG stuff. We should bring some of them back. My dad still wears. He's going to need you to do a new hat for him.
We can do that. I think what we're going to do at CatCon, because this is our 10th year, we've been doing all kinds of, from the camo to the life at the bottom stuff. I think that Dylan, he's one of our crew. He's throwing that out there. I think that one of the things that we're going to do is probably bring back all of our classics and let this show just sort of focus on the classics, just to pay homage to it being our 10th year. I think maybe we'll just tweak them up a little bit, but outside that, one of the other things we are doing is now we have our own manufacturing shop. So we did start doing these PVC hats. So that's going to be something that we're going to do. instead of doing all the embroidery in our shop, we kind of switched to some of this stuff, and it's been a hit. We've done really well with those.
Now, how good is that PVC? Like, let's say, I got a couple good pictures of Charles Blair and Cole Delp. Actually, can we get like their face PVC'd on the hat?
We can do that. And you know what? We can also do that on some jerseys. We can cut their faces out and just kind of do a collage. That would be cool.
Okay.
We could do a twisted cat, collage. But we can do the PVC we can take it, turn it into a cartoon, and make it a PVC patch. They're just going to have to order about 50 of them, otherwise.
I think that's fine. I think I can get rid of 50 of those pretty quick.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, it's neat. I mean, I don't know. Like, we're kind of in the catfish world. We're kind of in like this neat spot, I guess. Everybody's focusing on, we got rods and all these rigs going here and there, and we're just sort of left over here designing and creating and having fun doing what we're doing. We're not doing clip art. We're not, it's all our own artwork. So all the support and love we get, it's been awesome.
Yeah. So what's next then with this? I mean, it's continuing to grow. Obviously, like I said, I've just in the last week got Twisted Cat jersey, Rip and Lips jersey up there. Mm-hmm. I'm really pumped about that.
I mean, the goal for this program is to get embedded into, let's not get it. I don't want to just put it in anybody's hands right now. I want to have it embedded into companies that are serious about doing quality and serious about growing their brands. And once we can, we establish that, we are a very, quality oriented, customer service driven brand, because Model to Design is a brand new product. Then, we'll open up the floodgates and let more and more people. But, as people just, that's basically what we're doing. We're doing cornhole right now. Pickleball is a big thing. The bass industry, crappie world, some tournaments.
What about like a youth basketball team? Can you do jerseys?
Yeah, we have. So we have reversible T-shirts for youth for basketball that we can do. So that's the neat thing. So we developed all the 3D models. So if there's not a 3D model that we have, if somebody wants a certain 3D model, we just create it. So we'll create the 3D model and then we can design on it. So this is our goal, is that this blends into, let's say, Sea Arc. We can bring a boat in, we scan the Sea Arc boat, and then someone can do their custom wrap with it in full 3D, just like you're seeing this shirt. We've already built it for that. It works. We've tested it. It works fine. We can, like things like the tires and the seats, we can turn off all those functions where you can't edit them. You can maybe just change the color, and you can only add artwork to certain areas. So we have the ability to do that, to turn on and off certain things, add certain textures that are different, throughout the boat. But enclosed trailers, and we'll just kind of keep building on that. But apparel is what we know. We understand the process. And that's where we decided to start. But it's, the software is written to work on anything 3D. That's right what we're doing right now. As far as boats, we're working with some people that can. So here the concept with boats or your trailer would be, you would create and decorate it however you want. And then when you place the order, we would just ship it in a tube, and then you would apply it either yourself or you'd take it somewhere to apply the wrap. But it's kind of neat how it works. So we bring the boat into a room that's surrounded with cameras. We got cameras in the ceiling, all around the floor, and we're just taking digital images, and then that's how we build our 3D model. Can you? Yeah, you can 100%. You can put your you mean design a shirt for your business? Yeah. So if you have a logo, you can just get a plain, you can start from scratch with just a plain shirt and change colors and add your logos and names however you want. We do that all the time. We just did it for a construction company, some landscaping companies, things like that. So, and they like doing it's cheaper than having them embroidered or that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm thinking if I had some of that OG. Yeah, I gotta get.
Would be. I have some of the old. Oh, I've got one of the original Catfish hats in my office back there. Let me show you. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me. I'll be right back. Hold on. Let me stop.
All right.
Let me stop. Oh, where'd my mouse go? Here we go. Hold on a second. Let me go look.
All right, so while he took off real quick, just again, our next event. Actually, let me show you if I can stop present. We'll go to the website real quick just to kind of run through what that's looking like. Share. Okay, here's this. So here we are, twistedcatoutdoors.com. It's getting updated slowly. A huge shout out to Tom, has been helping me. But unlike last year, which I got to take the rules, do not look at this rules until I take it off. This is last year's rules. Everything's going to have its own deal. So here you're going to go to registration. Let's say we want to go to Garland, Texas. So you hover over, click Garland, Texas. There it is right here. So you've got Garland, Texas, February 1st, 2025. You've got 3 links right off the bat. Click here for registration, host hotel, click here for live results. So anything you want to do, whether it's register, let's say that you're in the weigh-in line or you got family back home that want to watch, check out the results, boom, right here, host hotel, click that. Well, I guess it doesn't show it. So it didn't show you, but it opened up a new window. So I'll go back. But yeah, so all this is ready. Registration, host hotel, click for results. Then you go down to the most important thing, rules. So you're going to learn everything about each event right here. It's going to have the rules, your refunds, captain's meeting, which this is all going to be getting updated because I just went down there, how all this is going to work out. So tournament hours, how we're weighing fish, 2 over 30, 3 under 30. So everything is going to be here in each event. Let's say that you want to go to Alton. Click Alton, same thing. Registration, results. Here's the Alton rules. And hopefully here in a couple weeks, these will all be done. We're finishing up the host hotel for Alton. And then all these others will start to get done. I just, unlike what we've done in the past, I want to do an individual rules kind of page for every tournament because Alton, Illinois is different than Garland, Texas or Perryville, Missouri. Whether it's where the captain's meeting is going to be at, the registration, weigh-in, live well check, all that stuff. So anyways, that's what I wanted to do. So I just wanted to show you how to easily get on there. And one more quick time, we'll show you registration, Garland. And it takes you in. So I think right now we're at 22 teams. But again, just wanted to show everybody that. Pretty cool. Excited about that. So if you have any questions at all, whatever we got coming up, let us know. And it looks like Chris is back. Let's bring him back in.
Okay. I found this in our stock room. This was the original from 10 years ago. Here you go. I found this the other day.
Oh my!
You want to talk about OG? That was OG. That was the original concept. Yeah, but I remember these.
Yep.
Yeah, we made.
I forgot somewhere. I got one right here
years ago.
I'm a hat collector, man.
Oh wow, we made that one. Yeah, that was an old one. Oh, that's the one I got right here.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's it.
That's the same color and everything.
Yeah, same one.
I got so many hats.
Oh yeah, we made that one too.
Multi-bar.
Yeah, we made. I just saw in my office anvil, monster rod holders, cat masters. I don't. A lot of people don't know that we make a lot of the apparel for many of the companies in the industry.
Oh, a ton.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I got
somebody
so
asked,
many hats. It's
Cole, you
unreal.
asked if it was DTF or sublimated. It's sublimation. It's full sublimation. We don't do any DTF. We only, if we're going to print, we screen print or we do sublimation. This is to kind of show you some of the. So like this was a hoodie that's sublimated, and these are all fleece lined. So nice and warm in the wintertime. Yeah. DTF is okay, but it's not a real good quality job. Here's one that we developed with our app. So I don't know if you can see this. This is one we just did recently.
Oh, that's awesome. Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah. And this is also our newest thing. So inside the hood, our software allows you to do artwork and stuff inside the hood. So, maybe you want to put a flag or whatever you want, you can put it inside the hood. Yeah, thank you. That's the life at the bottom. We did that last year for CatCon. But
So you'll have quite a bit of stuff at CatCon for people to buy. I mean, just for the catfish.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to do any sublimation for CatCon. Like I said, I think we're going to just do. We may do a little bit. I think we're just going to do the classics. Our classic designs that we've been doing for a long, long time. From the beginning. Probably going to.
What and now this? I know you did some last year. Let's say that I've got 5 guys that say, "Hey, I want to get a Rip and Lips jersey, or I want a Twisted Cat jersey, but I gotta have Jimmy's Auto Repair or these logos on it." Can they sit down with you at CatCon and create their jersey with you?
Yeah, absolutely. We're supposed to have a booth at CatCon just for the Model 2 design. Where it may be under Extreme Jerseys. That's our jersey brand. To kind of keep everything separate. But yeah, you can sit down. The software will be running on multiple computers. You can play with it. You can design what you want. You can start from scratch. You can place your order there if you want. And if you need help, we'll help you. Or if you want to just get it started and then go home and finish it, you can. But we also have, if you have a design where maybe it's got a white background, or a black background, and it looks like a square piece of paper, we've got a background eraser in there, so you can just remove the background and add it into it. Oh, there you go. Yeah, we spell it the exact same way.
And now his new catfishing name is Extreme Catfishing. Because he said he's taken Twisted Cat to the extremes this year.
Oh, well.
So he missed Bama Blues, and he's gonna miss Texas. But he said Alton, and I got a message in the background. He said Alton, I'm gonna be taking people's lunch money. So we're gonna find out.
I remember those days when we had the confidence to do that. Back when we were tournament fishing, it's on Friday night. Everybody would call each other and say, "Don't even." That's what we used to do too. So don't bother showing up to the ramp. Just bring the money to the house because I won't take it anyway. Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah. So how did he do it?
I don't think he came to Bama Blues. He got stuck in the snow.
Was the snow before or after? Was it after Bama? Was it before?
Yeah.
So you guys are headed to Texas next?
Yeah, to Garland, Texas, Lake Ray Hubbard. So,
Doug,
Doug, it's not phone friendly.
It's not phone friendly yet. You can view it on your phone, but our software hasn't been finished to be able to design on your phone. That's coming. And just, to kind of give you guys an idea of the complexity, there's no apps like this at all in the world to design on your mobile phone. In fact, there's none like this that you can embed into your own business and create a company with. So, we're pretty proud of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, when do you leave for Texas?
So I leave tomorrow for Knoxville, Tennessee, which is actually almost as far as my Texas drive. And then we got the show this weekend, East Tennessee Fishing Show. It's going to be a big catfish, crappie, bass, kind of outdoor fishing show, boat show. And then come back the Sunday, the 26th. And then we'll leave, middle of the week on probably the 29th or 30th. Well, I think my dad's birthday is next week too, 2 weeks. Leave, and then February 1st, Saturday, February 1st, we'll be at Lake Ray Hubbard in Texas. So, and then it's 2 weeks later, we'll be heading to CatCon, man. So it's kind of busy, but it's not. It gets after CatCon is when it gets nuts, because then it's every weekend.
Yeah, we kind of after CatCon we traditionally take a break, but we're gonna go from right into CatCon to we've got a big bass event and then some cornhole tournaments and just a bunch of different stuff. Then it'll keep us busy all summer.
Hey, we need to bring some cornhole boards to CatCon.
We should do that. We should do it.
I've been doing a free entry deal for my tournaments, actually. So the captain's meeting is non-mandatory because, some people may get off work at noon and have a 10-hour drive and can't make it. So, but most people come if they're around. So if you come, every angler, so if there's 3 of us on a team, we each get a shot. If you make it, then you go to the next round. So if 50 people shoot or 100 people shoot, maybe only 5 make it. And then they battle it out to whoever is the last one standing. So, and then we give it's a $300 entry to one of their next events that they get to choose. So it's a pretty cool deal.
The 40-foot toss or just a regular?
I really don't know. I kind of let Liz set it up or Rhett. So if Rhett sets it up, it might be 8 feet or 10 feet. You never know. Last Bama Blues, though, Liz forgot the board. So we had to use a Yeti bucket. That was a little bit different.
Yeah, well, that's cool. That's neat. Yeah. How many tournaments you guys doing now? We don't talk about it.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have almost 13 tournaments.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got most of them up here. So as of right now, we just had Decatur, Alabama. Then we've got Garland. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12 with the championship, and there's at least going to be for sure 1 more, maybe 2 more. So it looks like almost 14. And then we do, help with the Sea Arc events, and then Fishing for Freedom out of Quincy, Illinois, poker run. So a lot of other things that we're a part of besides Twisted Cat also. But yeah, we stay busy.
You need to come out here and we'll do one on the James for sure. I know we've talked about it a lot.
I know it's in 2026. We're gonna make it happen. How about that?
Well,
we're gonna go east.
You guys hear that? Write it down if it doesn't happen.
You hear it right now, January 19th, 2025. In 26, you're gonna see Twisted Cat out east. For one, just one. Just one.
Well, is it gonna be a coffee can or a regular event?
They all got a little coffee can to them, I counted this, so I have $480 in $20 bills. I don't have a $20 signed bill from you though, do I?
No, I don't think you've ever won one from me.
We've not fished, but maybe we can do cornhole against each other and see.
Oh well,
but you got to look like a cornhole player, so I don't know that I want to make that bet.
Arm for it. Let's do it. Let's not 20. Let's go to 100.
Yeah, he's like, I mean, you're already doing cornhole jerseys. I don't know that I'm going to make that bet, but
Yeah.
if Cole Delp was down there, I'd definitely go throw against him for sure. I don't think he'd hit the board.
We used to do that. We used to do a lot of tournaments. Actually, we built a building. Me and my partner Howard, we built a building where we throw inside of. So it's a lot of fun to do in the wintertime. Yeah, you don't want to throw.
I don't want to throw.
No, we'll pick something else like draws or pick a number.
Yeah, if you build a building, I'm not going to be filming against you. I promise you that.
Yeah,
we can throw for fun though. Maybe you can be on my team.
There you go. Yeah, but no, it's it's a lot of fun. A lot of I don't know. It's neat seeing all the. Well, I guess you do too, but I get to see so many different industries and everybody doing so many different things. It's wild. We were at a show. We were in Raleigh last weekend. This weekend I was in Richmond at the Fishing Expo. And this coming week, now, as far as tournaments, if anybody's around, I'm going to be at the Ice Bowl. So we'll be selling Ice Bowl gear and catfish stuff, and we're going to fish the Ice Bowl. That's on Kerr Lake. Last year we had 200, and I'm also a partner of that. We had 229 anglers, or sorry, 229 boats registered. So it was a heck of a tournament.
That is, and that's a one fish tournament, right?
One fish, that's it. Just one fish.
One fish.
And it's kind of fun because it's North Carolina versus Virginia. So you get, there's some little rivalry going on there. And it's cheap.
You know what? I like that. Maybe I need to do something like that.
Yeah, and so whatever state wins it, there's a representative for each state takes the trophy home, and they get Virginia gets their name on it.
I like that. That's something new.
So that's I think we're getting almost to 10 years on that too. It's maybe
now you have probably some. So what happens if I come out there and I win it?
Well, then you have to pick a side, right? So you have to Virginia, who are you fit? Yeah, you got so you pick a side who I'm going to fish for. Most people fish like if you came out, well, we're from Virginia, so you would root for Virginia.
I'd probably be Virginia. I'd be Team Virginia.
It's mainly Virginia and North Carolina people. There's a few out of state.
I do like that. Yeah. The last couple of years, I know you've been in it with us a little bit too and some things, but we've been doing some live stuff on StreamYard where, we'll have a couple guys during the tournament go out. And I know you've been doing some of the live stuff with our buddy, I'm brain dead, just doing live tournaments.
Kevin.
Kevin.
Yeah, so I'm on a show. I'm one of the hosts on a show. We've been going 4 years now. It's called The Bait Shop every Thursday night on YouTube. And then some of the spinoffs of that are the Live Fishing League. So there's live fishing leagues all over people from all over the country competing. And this year, it's this year, what is it? First place is, I want to say $3,000, I think. Something like
so that. How does somebody like me get in that? Can I get in that?
Yeah, you just register. You have to have a YouTube channel. You just register your YouTube channel, and then you sign up for whatever tournaments you want to do. Some of them are just fun tournaments where you have to catch a fish every hour to stay in, and the size doesn't matter. Some tournaments are if you catch a fish, you got to spin the wheel, and whatever you land on, it could either double the weight of your fish, or if you hit a bankruptcy, of course, you got nothing for it, or you have to. It's called Uno. You have to give it to the next person or pass it forward. There's a couple like that, but most of them are more serious. 3 fish, 5 fish limits.
Usually on Saturdays or.
Saturdays. Yeah. And so
schedule. Yeah, there's a schedule out.
There's not a schedule for this coming year yet, but there's of course we just finished this year, so they're going in now. They're going into like their Sweet 16. And then there's one more tournament, and then to decide who the winner is. But whoever catches the biggest fish, I think that's Mad Cats gave $2,000 for the biggest fish. We give $100 away for every tournament to the 4th place team. No, 4th. I can't remember. The only requirement is you have to either have a live fishing league hat or shirt or Katfish Clothing product, and so we give $100 away.
And then you just got to be live on YouTube while you're fishing that event.
Yeah, so you sign up, and it doesn't matter where you are, just as long as you have cell phone service, and you just fish and whatever the criteria is for that particular tournament. So some tournaments you might have to go to water you've never been at. You can't fish your native, your home waters. Just a variety of things like that. But it's growing. We're learning as we're going. So it's pretty neat. Most tournaments we have it on 3 different channels. So we have 20 some entries. So they're running on 3 different channels, and fish some. I unfortunately, as you know, like you get into business, it's either business or fishing, and most of the time business takes over and fishing is. Matter of fact, I got a used craft. I don't think it's been out of the building for 8 months, maybe something like that. So yeah, but now that's I don't know. I think maybe more. I would like to see more organized tournaments, like that really focuses on the angler, the promoting the angler, so people get to know the angler, and each week they, get to root for their favorite angler. I would like to see that kind of stuff happen. It's gonna, it's just like everything, right? It's hard to get a good group together that's organized to get these things pushed through and stay going. But it's still fun. We still have a good time.
Maybe sometime this year we'll do a live on Twisted Cat and me against you.
Well, what I'd like to do, to be honest with you, I'd like to do to have owners go against each other, like a bracket, like the basketball bracket.
Ooh, I love that.
Knockout. But the owners of every, get Steve and you and, Matt and Caleb and all, whoever, all involved, and you get put in a bracket, and then it goes down to the end. I think that would get a lot of, I think it get a lot of interest, but also give the people a chance to, meet us on a more it's kind of more of a personal level, and see how
be good for the owners. Mm-hmm. Dude, I'm all in. Let's make that happen.
Yeah, let's do it. Maybe we'll get Kevin to
hey Kevin,
do it.
I think nobody can see my mic. I'm calling out Kevin. Kevin, we need the MC. Kevin's awesome. He's done some stuff for me, MC wise, through my live stuff. But hey, Caleb Page, come on.
Steve Douglas, let's go.
Come on, Douglas. Who else are we calling out?
Oh man,
my list is long.
We need to get Colton Howell on there.
Yeah, Colton.
Shoot. Man, it could be a good list.
Yeah, dude, I'm serious.
Let's do it.
I'm all in for that.
Yeah, I mean, we could have like a warm up event just to get everybody warmed up, and then brackets. The next one would be brackets, and just kind of knock them off, because everybody's not going to want to be able to fish that many. So you just you could probably do it in 4 tournaments, once every quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just donate the money to some kind of a charity of some sort.
Yeah. I'm in. Let's make it happen.
All right. Yeah.
I'm going to call Kevin tonight.
I don't know if how many people are in the chat, but would anybody be interested in watching that happen? Anybody be interested in watching Alex take my $20? Alex says, yeah. So what do you have all those 20s like on a frame or something?
I do. I actually have them. I had a picture. It's funny because a lot of people think, hey, just a tournament director, you don't fish at all. And I'm hardcore. Like I am. It's a struggle for me to go put on a tournament and not go fish against everybody.
Yeah, well,
I'm pretty hardcore about that.
We were fishing 20-some tournaments a year for forever, and then we just got so busy, had to stop. I mean, I won 4 championships in a row, and that's where we ended up quitting. But I didn't have the time to invest, but I love it. I just, we had to make choices of what was best for us. We can't do both. But
no,
that's why I like the live stream stuff. It gives us a chance to get back out there. I mean, we did TikTok for years. God, we made tons of videos and all kinds of stuff. But that was a lot of fun too. But the live stream tournament thing, that's especially when it's for fun. That's the best. There's no pressure.
No. What's the last tournament? What's up, Devin? What's the last tournament you fished?
The last one that I fished a couple live stream tournaments this year, but the last one would have been last year, the Ice Bowl. I fished it with Keith Robinson, from Fishing and Stuff.
Yeah,
he came down. Him and I have been buddies for years, and which he's told by far YouTube. He's almost at 400,000 subscribers. He's done an amazing job.
That's crazy.
That's all he does for a living. Yeah, that's all he does for a living. Him and I mean, God, I've known him when he had about 20,000. But he came and fished with us. He's he's a YouTuber, a DIY guy, and he wanted to do a lot of dragging. It was a real tough tournament, so he kept yelling at me for dragging too fast, and I was dragging across the lake. He said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm dragging this boat right back to the trailer." There was no fish caught that day. I said, "Well, we're gonna drag it right back to the trailer."
Who Uncle Lou said 10. Yeah, Devin's at Jersey's fire in the background.
Yeah.
Do a little spin for you, Devin, right there.
Yeah. But no.
So yeah, Uncle Lou wants to come out and play.
Well, Uncle Lou, I don't know. Do you know who Uncle Lou is?
I do.
Yeah. A good guy. Actually, probably some of the best rods that I don't know that'd been out there.
So there it is, right there. Now you can't see it very good, but right there in the middle, that's where I put my 20s.
I see them stacked up.
I have them all stacked, and then I got a Demon Dragon with Ray Ferguson's signature on it because he lost. He had to sign a $20 bill and a Demon Dragon. I remember
that. That was like 2 years ago. I remember that at CatCon.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Ray fishes. He when they have the tournament that aligns with his schedule and he can fish down there in Knoxville, he fishes some of the tournaments.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ray. Appreciate it. Yeah, Ray. Some of the guys on here have designed and made jerseys with the app. Ray's. I don't know if he has one in that thumbnail picture or not. No. But
he got a flathead. He got a decent looking flathead though in it.
Yeah.
And a striper.
Striper.
Hey, looks like we did it.
Did we make it? What do you got? 1,000 what? 1,000 even. Oh, come on, guys. We got to get a couple more people.
Break that 1,000.
You got to get over 1,000 now. Let's get 105 if we can.
Devin, that's taken me a while to get that going, but hey, for a tournament director, I mean, Chris, that ain't bad for just an old tournament director, is it?
No, it's not too bad. I mean, for a guy that probably had most of the trophies made for himself, I got a couple of those.
Oh, you're
A couple
killing
of those
me.
King Cat trophies up there.
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
some of them are a little old.
I
I
think
got some pretty new ones.
we were second in the championship before Bob took it over. Actually,
Yeah,
that might have been the
I
year
won
that was that the year that you. That's the year that you won it down there in Alabama. I mean, Louisiana.
in Louisiana. We won it in Louisiana one year.
I think that was the year that we got second. Yeah, but no, it's and that's the other thing that we gotta. I don't know. I mean, I know you're working on it hard. Is to get the when we were fishing tournaments, our most we ever won in a year was maybe $20,000 fishing, but that didn't even scratch what we spent, in our as far as expenses go. So that's something.
I mean, it's definitely getting up there. Actually, that's something I'm working on. So on the website where you're gonna get to go and see like the events, I'm gonna start having anglers. So the people that have really supported Twisted Cat and fished a lot, I'm going to kind of start with them, kind of build their own profile where you can go and you can see, Alex Nagy, a little about me, maybe some of his videos, his socials, and then you can read about, tournament wins, how much lifetime earnings, yearly earnings, stuff like that. Just to kind of see, because I think, I was talking about this with Jason Massengale because just last year Jason won 100,000, 19,000, 3,000. I mean, I think he was around 130,000 just last year.
Yeah,
so when you start adding that up,
he probably just broke even.
Yeah, probably broke even. But when you start adding that up, it's just it's crazy. You know what I mean? Just in the last, I've won 2 boats. It's just. But again, if you're in it to win, I don't even know what I did with that money. That's the
thing. I mean, you split it. All the money that we won, it wasn't even. It didn't even reflect close to what we spent. I think Ray Ferguson said one year he spent just to fish and pay entry fees. I think it was like $70-some thousand.
Yeah, I think he was on a roll there for a while. I mean, he was. I don't know that he was ever home. He was like Lonnie and Donnie traveling.
Yeah. To answer your question, there's no minimum. You can order 1 or 10. There's no minimum.
Yeah.
And
we'll have, like I said, we'll have those at CatCon, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but if you want to design and create your own, there's no minimum.
Yeah, we're gonna start doing some headshots in Texas.
I hope you got some creative photography for some of these folks.
Tom can get pretty creative.
Yeah.
The Bills are up 21-10 at half.
Yeah. So the Eagles won, Redskins won. Bills will definitely win.
I hope they do. I love the Bills. I mean, I was disappointed to see the Lions lose. I thought this was their year.
I thought they were going to win for sure. Yeah. I didn't actually. I've always rooted for the Eagles. I thought that it looked like they were going to get beat, and I was like, it's going to be close, but pulled it out.
So who's your team?
The Eagles.
Oh, the Eagles.
I've been an Eagles fan since I was a kid, and my whole family loves them. We've suffered through all the tough times and the good times. Yeah,
so you guys will play the winner of. You guys will play who then?
Oh, I don't know. I've been so out of the loop. I've been working. I forget who the next one is. We might play the Redskins, actually.
Yeah, I think it's the Redskins.
I think it's the Redskins. That's going to be interesting. Typically, we usually beat the Redskins, but the Redskins have been playing pretty good here recently.
Well, I guess they're the Commanders now.
The Commanders, yeah, let's get it right. Well, not if you're from Virginia, it's the Redskins.
But yeah, no, that was a heck of a game. But yeah, that'll be really all these teams are good. Like I said, I'd like to see the Bills.
Yeah, the Chiefs.
I can't say this that I want to see the Bills be the Chiefs next weekend, but
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't
probably
say
going
that
to
out loud.
be. So I guess it'll be either the Redskins or the Eagles or the Bills and Chiefs. So I'm thinking it's Chiefs and Eagles again.
Is that who played last year?
I don't think it was last year. Might have been the year before. Yeah, was it last? Yeah, it must have been last year. The Eagles made it in there last year. I don't know. It's been a blur. The last 2 years have been a blur.
Yeah.
2024. It's been a blur. I don't know about you. No, it was the 49ers and the Chiefs last year.
49ers and the Chiefs, yeah.
Yeah. The Washington Communists.
JT.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, if you ever get in that part of the world, it's different. It's definitely a different kind of crowd.
How far are you from Washington?
2 hours.
2 hours. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Virginia is pretty neat. So the Potomac River comes from Washington, D.C. into the Chesapeake Bay. Then you have the York River, the Rappahannock River, the James River, and a few other little rivers that form the Chesapeake Bay. And all those, of course, the bay is saltwater, but all those, I don't know how many people know this, but the blue cats, they are going to be found out in that saltwater, and they're moving up and down those coastal areas, back up and through all those tidal rivers. So they're we could be in Norfolk and certain times of year and catch catfish.
Yeah, that's why I don't know if you've seen like what Liz and I have been doing. We've been fishing the Chaffalaya River that goes down to the Gulf, and it's that brackish water, and we're catching reds and sharks, catfish, and black drum, and
yeah, I mean they're all the same setup. When we were fishing tournaments a lot. It was one year we caught we had like a 40 something in the boat, and about 10 minutes later, I mean, we had a heck of a fish, and it was a big ray, one of these huge rays. So, I mean, it's they're all there mixed together. Rockfish, the drum, puppy drum. We don't get cobia that far up, but they'll come up into the rivers. But sharks, all sorts of stuff. But it's
it's a cool area.
Yeah. When you come down, we'll have a good time. I'll take you out, and we'll probably go around Jamestown and that area. When you said it was April?
March or April. I got to look at the calendar and see what that is.
Well, we might be rock fishing because that's when the big rockfish come in. That's when all the big rockfish. Have you ever been in one of those shad runs? Have you ever been able to fish one of those shad runs? Oh man, that's a great time. We'll get microlights and all the shad, and you catch shad and herring, American shad and herring. They're jumping out of the water. It's a lot of fun.
Wow. Yeah, like I said, I've seen a lot of videos. I know quite a few people that have fished out there, but I just haven't made it.
Yeah, well, it's a ride for you guys. I think last time I looked to get to your house was like 14, 15 hours. Well, actually, didn't you drive? But you came through here on your way to Outer Banks one year.
Yeah, let me look. What is it?
Didn't you drive here one time?
Yeah, what's your address?
Just put in Richmond, Virginia.
You're in Richmond. You're right. 14 hours, 38. That's not even that bad.
Well, where you been?
Well, I mean, yeah, because
where you been? Yeah, so if you pull up, if you pull up Chickahominy,
look at this. 14 hours, it's 20 minutes further to go to your house than Venice, Louisiana.
Really?
Yeah. It's almost the same.
Yeah, well, you guys gotta get in the car and let's go. You don't even need to bring a boat.
Yeah,
we can take one of mine.
Yeah, 14. I mean, really, 14 hours is a long time. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah,
I don't know why I was thinking it was like 20 hours to get out there.
Well, then you went to the Outer Banks one time, right? Didn't you guys drive?
Because I thought to get to you it was like 20 hours, but
Nah, when we went to the CatCon in Kansas City, that was like 20 hours for us. So how far is Kansas City? That was
about 3.5, 4.
That was a hell of a ride. We left on a.
You pulled a trailer, right?
Pulled a trailer, drove and turned around, and came right back. Did it twice. Yeah. But yeah, that's we need to have more show. We need to have some shows in the North Carolina, Richmond area. There's a lot of cat fishermen here. A lot of people that aren't going to go to Louisville. That's too far. Louisville's about 9 hours for us.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a ride.
You never know, man. Like I said, it's even CatCon. That's became something pretty fun and big, and you get to see a lot of the owners that you don't get to see. I mean, we get to see each other every year there, and
well,
that's a lot of people together.
Yeah, I mean that's what it is for us. I know we've talked about that before, which it's really nice to just be able to hang out. When we hung out in Kansas City and of course Louisville. Yeah, I mean that's the only time you get to see anybody anymore.
Yeah.
When everybody was traveling, tournament fishing, we didn't think about it. And then you start working, and you don't have time to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would still like to come out.
Yeah, you got to come out here and do some fishing too. What's your PB, Blue Cat?
89 pounds.
89 pounds. That's
89.
A giant. Where'd you catch it at?
James River.
James.
Yep, right near Hopewell. If you look up Hopewell, there's a power line right in there. But our biggest, now we held the record in Virginia for the largest weigh-in in a two-fish tournament. Actually, we didn't have the record. We were like second for a long time. Dale had us beat with his. No, actually, it was real close. But it was 141 pounds. It was two fish. So we had a 69 and a 72. We held that for quite a while, and that's been beaten many times now. But yeah, we were actually when Keith came out to film, we won that championship. He filmed that show. I don't know how to what is it called? How to win them with the Joey or something? How to fish a tournament with a Joey? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And we had I think we had a 69 or a 70 and a 59 in that tournament. But yeah, it's 89 pounds. It's a big fish.
That's a big fish.
Not easy to pick up. Mine and Howard caught his biggest. He caught a few years ago was a 83. That was so. We do a lot of in the middle of the day. We go when I'm weird when it comes to in the tournament as far as bait goes. We always start with fresh bait, and then about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, we start looking for bait again. And so we were going up in the creeks scanning, and we threw the net on some bait, and there was in this part of the creek. It was right in an oxbow, and it had a real steep drop off, and pulled it up, and it was some shad, but it was a bunch of little baby catfish in there. It's like, God, what a mess. So anytime you catch them in your throw net, you got just a terrible mess to get them out. So while Joey was trying to get those out of the net, I'm just running around running side scan, and I said, "Oh man, look at these fish right here." It was a couple big ones dropped right on that ledge. So I just beached the boat, and while he was getting them out, we just flipped the rods. Just flipped a few. It's a neat. As a captain, when you see it on the side scan, and you're especially when you're fishing narrow water, you can say, "Well, I know he's based on you can use something from the bank for location." And I said, "Well, I think he's right here." So we flipped the rods out. And before we sat down, that 83 hit. I mean, buried. They're just completely. When you catch an 80-pound fish, they bury a rod and just buried it. And that fish was Howard was holding it, and they were sitting down. And Joey was holding it, and there was this much on either side of him still hanging out. But he couldn't pick it up by himself. It was just so just it was so big around he couldn't even pick it up. But
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, you guys got big ones out there too. But I don't know. I've always wanted, I thought I wanted to try to catch 100-pound fish, but I think that's probably, I don't know. It's just one of those things that's going to be tough to do. I don't know if we'll ever do it.
I mean, do you get a lot of 100-pound fish caught out there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, quite a few. But our problem is now the commercial fishing, they're shocking, or I don't know if you guys have it out there, but here they're shocking. They're running shock boats. That's where they've got the little fingers sitting in the water and shocking up the fish, and then boats behind them are scooping them up. And they're running trout lines and hoop nets. So a lot of those big fish are disappearing. And it takes a long time, 30 years to get to 100 pounds.
Oh yeah, long time.
It takes a long time. So a lot of the big fish are disappearing. I mean, it's a huge river, so there's still plenty of them, and they still get caught every year. But they're going to be less and less. Virginia's, they're trying to pass a bill right now. I don't know if you saw it, where they're going to remove all krill limits. So there's no, right now we can have 1 over 32 inches per person and 2 per boat. They're going to remove
They'll change that altogether is their plan.
They're going to change it to where you can have anything you want. And it's a shame that the government just gave a grant to build they're calling it a blue catfish processing center. So they're going to take all these catfish and then take them into Hampton, Virginia, and process them for some kind of a food byproduct, whether it's for human consumption or probably those bigger ones would be like dog food, cat food, stuff like that. But they want to get rid of them. So it was
because they say they're eating the blue crab or something real bad.
Yeah. So they're on the invasive species list, and Virginia, the blue crab is protected. Well, is it not protected? But the blue crab is a commercially fished product, and it's kind of like our state bird. And then the herring, they're also protected, and then the rockfish. So we got a lot of things working against us. Because the money is not here in catfishing, and that's where we would hope like the ACC or someone like that would get involved to help protect, to put money and things in to because we need to hire lobbyists to protect these fish, but they're not. It's not happening. We've been writing letters to the House of Representatives, and they're not even responding. So
yeah, you almost got to know the right person in there to, I know there's the American Sportfish Association that they do they get the 10%, tax when stuff, fishing stuff comes in. I've seen them do a lot of things. I think one year Maryland tried to stop soft plastics, like you couldn't use soft plastics or something crazy like that,
man.
and they got down.
Maryland's got some rules. So, and now Virginia's getting like that. So the rockfish, the striped bass, you can only use a certain size hook. It's got to be barbless. And so this has destroyed the guide side of it. You can only catch 1 fish per person, and it's got to be like 18 to 24 inches. Well, you can catch those. You can catch 1 fish pretty quick. So who wants to go on and pay $1,200 a fish to catch 1 fish? But they're doing it. But they're putting all the blame on the catfish. It's really, I don't believe it's a catfish. I think I think there's a couple things. So my parents live down in Virginia Beach, and every morning they're pulling trawlers up and down the beach, taking the menhaden, taking all the bottom fish to menhaden. Well, when the menhaden disappear or dwindle, that's a food source that the fish don't come in to get. Menhaden come from the ocean into the bays and the rivers. And then the crab population, crabs and oysters, and that's another thing, clams and oysters. So Virginia is a big oyster place. Well, they need clean water to thrive. And we've got a lot of pollution. Everybody wants to have a nice, pretty green yard. But every time it rains, all the herbicides and the fertilizer goes right into the river, and all those things combined. But I think the majority is the commercial trawlers. That's where it really began. But with the combination of all those things, that's why we have these low numbers. But the catfish are just it's an easy target. It's just let's just get rid of catfish. They're invasive, and we'll start there. But it's a lot more than that. It needs to. They need to take a more comprehensive look at what's going on. In Maryland, this is something that a lot of people don't know. In Maryland, a lot of these tournaments are sponsored by biologists, and they come in and they dissect the catfish in the tournaments to see what they ate.
Wow.
Yeah.
I had Western Illinois University a grad student, and her classmates came for 2 years, and they just did studies. They did a diet sample and had to run the test to find out. They were. I think it was something crazy like 90%. Asian carp was their diet, but they never killed one fish. Now they would have had to kill one, I think, if it to check the age of it. But yeah, it's like I said, I still got to get the data from her too. But it was some pretty interesting stuff. Well, that sucks if you guys dealing with that. I mean, like I said, I think as the sport grows,
yes, bad.
Hopefully we can help and help stop that.
It's well, that's where we spent a lot of time we saw us doing all the TikTok, the lives, trying to promote it, and we got thousands and thousands of people interested in bank fishing and tournament fishing, but it just doesn't have the money behind it. And so like in Maryland, and we used to do this all the time. We did it to poke the bear, really, but we would fish up in the Potomac and in Maryland, DC waters, and we would make videos and posts, let these fish go. And in Maryland, they want you to kill them. They want you to dispatch them. You're not supposed to turn them back. And we would do it and then post it on those Maryland pages. And oh man, they would get fired up. It got ugly, but they want them gone. But it's unfortunate. DC is probably one of in the U.S. That's one of the best places to fish for. It's like one of those places like down there in Louisiana where you guys go. There's just tons.
Is that like where Chunky just like catches them one after the other?
Yeah. That's why like a lot of people watch Chunky and he's doing all this and he's a wonderful fisherman. Well, I mean Chunky spends a lot of time in the water, and he does catch a lot of fish. But that area, I'm not throwing stones at what he's doing. That area just has just this huge numbers. He's just wild numbers of fish, and anyone can go there and just be successful. It's just not very hard.
Cole, if you're still watching, you need to go to Washington, D.C. because you can catch a lot of fish.
Yeah, Monty, we're a blue cat state. We were blue cats introduced in the 70s.
Oh, Monty, that was the best. Oh, my gosh, that was good.
Blue cat, right. I got you. Yeah.
Oh, my.
Yeah. Well, we went that way too. But yeah, it's I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. When we first started fishing back in the early 2000s, it was an unreal catch. It was not hard at all to catch 30s and 40s. We didn't have we didn't catch that many of the real big fish. So our state record around there was, matter of fact, my friend had caught the state record at that time, and I think it was 96 pounds. Of course, that was beat by 100 and 140 something. But yeah, that was the state record there at one time. But there are a lot of bigger fish, but they're not the numbers aren't like what they were. Yeah, well, we're a little bit older than that. Although I've had a few moments where I drank a little bit too much with Alex, and
Yeah.
that might happen.
Yeah, Cole, listen, that's making me age, man.
What
Oh
happened
my.
since then? It was just the couple things like the fishery exploded, where got like the James got a lot of recognition, so tons and tons of anglers, and then they opened up, commercial fishing, and they do regular shock like every week. Not this time of year; it's too cold. But when the water temperature is warmer, they do shock boats up and down the river every day.
But I mean, the biggest thing that probably hurt is I think that the Blue Cats they took over. They got going so good that whoever that person, maybe it took that one group of people that said, "Hey, we had a sucky year on blue crabs and oysters. It's the blue cat populations that's doing it. So let's get rid of them." I mean, because what else could it be?
Yeah, well, I mean, it was it's probably the commercial fishermen complaining because their money's down, and I'm sure they're saying, "Well, man, I'm catching all these blue cats in my traps," and I don't, I'm just speculating, but it's definitely way down from what it used to be.
Yeah,
it's but it's ebb and flow. It's the way it is. Nothing. We can try to educate and we can try to do whatever we can, but without an open checkbook, it's hard to get anything to happen.
Yeah,
you got to pay. Maybe people don't understand. You have to get things to happen. You have to pay a lobbyist to go and fight these bills and go before Congress for you. And that's last time was that like $50,000 or $60,000 a year per lobbyist.
Oh, it's pretty crazy.
So I mean, it's not going to happen in our world. Twisted Cat Tavern, Leesburg, Virginia, beer and food.
Twisted. That sounds interesting.
That's
where Leesburg?
That's up in Washington, yeah. Leesburg.
Interesting. We'll have to check it out sometime.
Yeah, it's probably a totally different type of Twisted Cat.
Yeah. Oh my.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Well, it's been fun.
Yeah, dude, I appreciate having on. So again, I'll share that link one more time in this post. And then they can get a hold of you,
Yeah, get a hold of us.
Facebook page, Katfish on Facebook. Yep. I shared your number. I'll share your number again.
Feel free to call us. Feel free to text me. If we don't answer the phone, we're in the shop. Sometimes the shop's noisy with the machines running, and then we'll call you right back.
Yeah, if you have any questions and let me know too, then I can get out to him. But also, the goal is now you can get your Twisted Cat jersey. You see there that we had designed. So that's the Twisted Cat jersey. You can put your own logos on that. Then we've got a Rip and Lip jersey, same thing. And then if you want to make a whole direct one, then we're good to go.
Yeah, Cole, you can call me whenever. Here, I'll take the screen over again. Let's see here. I'll just show you one more time. So this will be the goal is within the next few weeks to get this into the Twisted Cat website. But with CatCon coming, it's going to take us a little bit. So what you'll see is when you come to to their page, when we get it set up, I'm going to go back to here. So you'll be able to come here to save designs, and the Twisted Cat and the Rip and Lips designs are right here. And so all you got to do to start designing, you just find the one you want. You click on it, and it will. My internet's running slow. My internet is running slow. Come on, internet. There it goes. It'll open, and then you can select the layer that you want, and then you can either upload your own logos right here, or you can find some of the ones that we already have on the website. And again, we don't have to ask approval. They're there for you to use at your own free will. And then you can place them, you can resize them, move them wherever you want, put your names on it, and add to whatever service. I mean, whatever surface, and check out, and that's how it'll work. So super easy.
What's your number one more time?
434-962-3486, 3486. That's my come right to me.
Okay. Sweet.
All right.
Well, everybody, thanks for watching. We really appreciate it. Chris, thanks for being able to have to do. And Devin, yes. Are they fully custom? Yes. So the ones that there's obviously the Twisted Cat and Rip and Lips ones we had designed. So if you want a Twisted Cat specific or a Rip and Lip specific, you can design on top of those. So you can put Jimmy John's on there, or Catfish, or any other logo on that jersey and have a Twisted Cat jersey with your name and all that. Or you can go and start from scratch and completely customize your jersey. That's what's really cool about it. So,
what's up, Jeff? What's happening, buddy? But yeah,
definitely call if you're interested in one and want to get one quick. Give Chris a call, get that rolling. Like I said, we'll have some Twisted Cat ones at CatCon to show you. But yeah, I plan on seeing a bunch of Twisted Cat and Rip and Lip jerseys out there this year, and some custom jerseys from Catfish. So
absolutely, yep. Just give us a call and we'll help you. We'll help you work through our walk system.
All right, we're out. Everybody, thanks for watching this Sunday night. We'll do some live stuff next week and weekend as we're in Knoxville, Tennessee, kind of going over boats and gear and stuff like that. So if you're in the Knoxville area from Thursday, the 23rd to January 26th, stop by, see us, and let's hang out. Until then, stay warm. It's going to be cold in the Midwest this week.
It's going to be cold here. 8 degrees tomorrow morning.
That's rough.
Terrible.
Terrible. All right. We're out. See you guys.
See ya.